Hi guys. So one of the ways that we are going to be turning in assignments and critiquing each other and sharing what we're working on a weekly basis is through a site called Voicethread. So you'll be turning in your stuff at times both through the LMS through a submit button in the form of images and in the form of movie files. Not your project files, but your actual movie files and images that you would render out and take screenshots of. So when you get to the first one, and you'll have your VoiceThread check-in and your different turn-ins, basically the first time you do it, you'll click here to create a link. So your group will already be made. I'll change how that's worded later. But you'll click on it and you'll have an interface similar to this. When you go into it, you'll be greeted with a group. And when you pop in, you'll see like, oh, there's the group here that you will be a part of, Intro to Summer 2020. And when you're actually in here, what you're going to have to do, I'm just going to sign out for a second so you can see what this looks like. You'll have to register. So you'll fill out this information, you'll make a password, you'll have your name, your email, and once you're actually registered and you have access to it, then you'll be able to actually go in and you'll be able to click on that link and access the actual group folder. Once you're in here, what you're going to do is you're going to submit your work. This is how you're going to submit one of the ways you're going to submit your work in, and how you're going to submit it for critique. So your room assignment, your poses, your ball bounce animation, and your final animation will all be submitted in here along with weekly check-ins to show your progress and that you can get feedback on. To create your own thread once you're in here, you say that you go over to the right where it says add your own, or you can just say here create a new thread, and basically you're going to create a new voice thread inside of the Intro to Animation Summer 2020. This will bring you to this folder where you can bring in your media files. You would use either JPEGs or PNGs as images, or an MPEG-4 format, which we'll talk about how to create that later. How I bring that in, I'm just going to show you as an example. So if I have some images that I want to bring in that I have worked on, that I've created, and let's say this is for my first assignment, right? So my first assignment, you're going to start working on a room, and you're going to start bringing it in, and we'll go over how to render that later. But for right now, I would actually have images that I want to bring in. So I would actually go to whatever folder, or how I'm showing it. I'm using a free program called XNView, which allows me to view lots of images, and I'm just going to pull stuff from my computer so you can see. This could easily be like a Windows folder as well, but I literally just go in, so here's a Windows folder, either one of these, and I could just drag them in. So let's say to start off, I'm going to start off with a Windows folder, and I'm going to drag in one of maybe a couple of images, or let's say one image. Let's say two things that I've worked on recently. And I'm just going to drag those right in. And then it's going to say, okay, what are we doing here? So let's say for my first assignment, this is, the check-in. I'm just going to say this is check-in 1. Modeling. Here's where I am so far. I can make adjustments to this thread and say like, oh, I don't want to really mess with this too much. I want people to be able to comment. Start playing when opened is fine. Allow others to export is fine, because that way I can download it. Allow others to download original media. Allow commenters to add slides to this voice thread. This is really good for if somebody has an idea and they want to upload a picture to show you what they mean. Or maybe they took your picture and tweaked it out and did an annotation on top of it to show you what they mean. Besides that, you don't really want to change anything too much in here. And I'm not going to worry about cover art. So I've got that, I've got what it is, I've got my description, and I hit save. And now I'm ready to share and return. And you see I can always go, like, here's my playback settings, and copy and delete this thread. I can edit right here the name. Oops, I've changed, I want to change the name, I can do that. I can edit the individual image, or I can delete it. And I could say share and return to group. So this is important. I want to make sure that others can view and comment. And it's doing a little weird hiccup thing, but view, comment, and edit, view and comment, or just view. I want view and comment. I don't want people to be able to edit it because then they could accidentally delete out my images, but I do want them to leave comments because this is a requirement. You're going to have to post every week and comment on at least 2 other students' work, giving them feedback, ideas, what you like, and what you think might even make it better. This is a requirement. So I want to make sure that that's set. Submit and share with the Intro to Animation Summer 2020. And there it is. And you can see, oh, by Ty Carrier, here's what I have so far. And then when they click on it, it will show the work that they did. And let me minimize this a little bit. You'll be able to flip forward between those images. When you want to give feedback to somebody else's, you click on the comment, and you have multiple ways of commenting. I can either write a text. Hey, Ty. Whatever comments, the text string, the eyes, the model, whatever. And then that will pop up so that people will be able to actually see it. I'll be able to see it and grade it. You can also comment by phoning it in, leaving a voice comment, a video comment, or uploading a file. Remember, this is constructive criticism, so the idea is to get people constructive feedback to make it work, to make it better. That's the goal of all the artists. And as I click through, I can always add. Now, if I want to come back and add to this, which you will be doing, when you're logged in, you can go in and you could say, oh, you could see there's these little buttons. I can share it, I can remove it, I can copy it, I can get rid of it. What we're looking at is, oh, I want to, like during the week or during this project, I'm going to add to it. So I'll edit it, and then I can add more. So either from my computer, whatever sources, I can either add through here, I can return to the group. I don't want to necessarily make a new voice thread yet. One project, one that you're just going to check in, and then I'll do one that'll be my final. But then I can just simply go in, and then I would add new media. I should also be able to drag in the same to add to it. And we could see, oops, it brought over 2 versions, so I'll just get rid of 1. And you can see I can edit it and give that particular image a title. Once I have that done, oops, stop coming back. Yes. Then I can return to the group. And when I click in here now, you can see I have the first one, the second one, and the third one. Make sure to look at comments that people leave for you. After I've made sure I've uploaded those, then I would go in and there'll be a submit button for where you do your check-in, and you can also load it. You'll want to load it up into there too, just in case you're having some problems with Voicethread or something weird goes on. And that way you make sure you've turned it into 2 places. We'll critique these later on. And what you'll notice is that you'll see that the rubric explains that your grading is based off of both posting as well as remarking on different students. Try to mix it up by picking some students who either have not gotten any feedback or haven't gotten feedback before. So don't always stick to just the same person all the time. If you have any questions with turning in and utilizing Voicethread, or if it's giving you problems, send me a message and let me know.